Jodie, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And we're on a bit of a roll with you at the moment. So we had 2017, we had Shirley Valentine.
Shirley Valentine, wasn't it? That's right.
2018,
Fat Friends.
Fat Friends, the musical. 2019.
Taste of Honey. I just can't stop myself. I just go. But when these parts come up, you can't say no. I'll be on my deathbed going, I should have done that. And this is, Taste of Honey was always for me because I love the film. A friend of mine, Bobby Delaney, no relation to Sheila Delaney, well, probably somewhere along the line, gave me the play, and I just loved it. So it was a no-brainer for me, not at all.
And of course, you love Norwich as well.
We do, no, genuinely. This is I'm not just making this up. We do love Norwich, and this is our final week. So I was telling the cast, because some haven't even been to Norwich, so I said, you're gonna have a really good week, and we are.
Excellent news.
Thank
okay,
you.
Are you ready for these questions?
I don't know, but I've got lipstick on my teeth.
No, all good.
Okay,
all
no,
good.
just checking.
All good.
I did it quick. You always do that, and then you speak the whole thing. You go, "Why did nobody tell me?"
No, okay. All good, all good. So,
right,
first question.
Yeah, go on.
Stage presence. Who or what?
Gifts. Oh, I like lots of gifts. No, I do.
Not that kind of presents.
No.
So, stage presence.
Yep.
Who or what has been your greatest influence in the performing arts?
Do you know what? It's quite hard to pinpoint one particular person. I could go through a list of people who've given me snippets of advice that has genuinely, honestly, either calmed my nerve or got me through a day or made me believe in myself. So I think there's every kind of company and you work with, they are your little icons in somewhat way. I mean, look, growing up, I loved people like Liza Minnelli and Doris Day and Barbra Streisand and Vera Lynn, and these were the people you emulated to be. But I think especially once you get into the business, I think it's so important to learn from everybody that's around you, because they are genuinely the people that get you through to the next day and help you learn and grow I hate the word, but as an artist, as an artist. I
that
sound like Lady Gaga. I am so sorry. Just give me a meat dress. I'm going on.
And I think obviously you play a lot of strong female characters.
Yeah, wallflowers.
In a wide range of genres. Something like A Taste of Honey and Helen, completely different to say when we had you last for Fat Friends the musical. So when you're looking at a script, is there a secret ingredient where you think, I want to play that? What is that?
I adore and I champion strong women. I've grown up around them. I surround myself with them, and I just think they're brilliant parts to play. And they're not just their strengths are sometimes found in their flaws. And I think every character that I've played has got an immense amount of flaws, and I just love that, because we're all human. And I mean, I know I'm perfect, but you can't win them all.
Naturally.
Thank you. And but no, I'm joking. I just think it just really attracts me, that, and these just kind of strength in these women. I just love doing it. I really do.
Okay, so the next question.
Yeah.
All the world's a stage. Where has been your favourite place to perform?
Again, difficult. Drury Lane was a dream come true, stepping out to play Nancy. Genuinely petrified though, but loved every single second of it. Cried at the Royal Albert Hall. Honoured to sing for Andrew Lloyd Webber at Hyde Park. And even we did for the Chelsea pensioners, we sang for Andrew Lloyd Webber's birthday. I just love singing for them. So it's just, you get all these things like pinch me moments, and they really are, but I haven't got a total favourite. But they're all little favourites. Can I have lots of little favourites?
You can have lots of little favourites.
Can I have a Thornton selection box on that? Thank you. I will do, I'll take that.
And I think obviously it's so interesting with, the type of journey you've had. I know you don't like that word, but...
Well, do you know what? It's like the people say, don't use the word roller coaster. But sometimes it's the only way you can describe it. I don't know if I've had a roller coaster. It's more like a bumper car. But I'm going to say bumper car.
With those kind of performances that you've had, I mean, obviously kind of, auditions on television shows and then, suddenly the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah.
But, how does that feel? Those
weird.
kind of,
It just feels weird. It feels, how can I say, it does feel bizarre, but you've got to kind of appreciate it. I can't stand people in this industry who don't appreciate where they are or how they've got there, or don't want to do the work to get there. I really don't appreciate it. It gets me quite upset and angry, actually. But yeah, you've got to appreciate where you are and the people you're working with and the shows you get to work on. Because I think if that element goes, there's just no point in doing it. Do you enjoy what you do?
Oh, absolutely. Every minute.
Do you?
Every minute.
If you could have one other job, what would it be?
Oh my goodness.
If you could be one other kind of,
Probably a football player.
Really?
I know.
Which football team do you support?
Well, Norwich City, of course.
Okay. I don't really know football teams. So sorry.
It's just Norwich, that's fine.
If you give me a show tune, I know them all.
Oldest football song in the world, On the Ball City.
Is it really?
You know, Carrow Road one day, you never know.
I am going to nod and pretend I know what you said then, but I have no idea what you said. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so next question.
Yeah.
Stage fright.
I have experienced this a lot, and I am not ashamed to admit this. I remember one of the first ones was, well, not one of the first ones, but one of many, was on the actual I Do Anything show. And obviously it's live, and I stood there it was the point where I stood there on the staircase and I had to sing this song, Alicia Keys. Couldn't remember the words.
Really?
I could hear Graham Norton going, and now, Jodie. I was like, oh no. And I could feel my heart, and then literally, as it went, the words just came back. But it was that pure fear. And I remember going into Les Mis, and Cameron McIntosh wanted me to go into Les Mis to learn the kind of, the ins and outs of 8 shows a week. And I was part of the ensemble, and it had the Revolve at that time, which is sadly no longer, but so it was the first night I got everything right. I jumped on that Revolve without trying to do a Michael Flatley, river dance. I'd literally got all my kind of places right, and I was so proud of myself. So when we came on for the bows at the end, I literally went arse. Oh, you can't, sorry. I went bottom over other part, yeah. And I literally, the whole audience went, ooh. And I went, don't worry, loves, I'm all right. And I literally went, I know I'm northern, but I went so northern. I literally was throwing pies out at the audience, going, don't worry, everyone, I'm all right, love.
And that's quite good with the characters you play as well. You can, there's a degree that you can allow that to happen. You can go with the flow sometimes.
No, you can't.
No?
Not
Okay.
that much flow. Not that much flow, no. So I try and learn by my mistakes, but they do keep happening. We were at a do the other night, which was a lovely do, the Peter Hall Awards, which celebrates new directors and everything. And then I was stood there and I was running a bit late because I'd been at this other do. And so I thought, right, get my coat off dead quick. And I put my handbag on the side. Now this do, it was at the Globe, and it was just everyone who'd run the Shakespeare and the RSC and all these, and there's me. And I put my bag up at the side, took my coat off. My whole bag went everywhere like this. Shh. Siri McKellen's there, Vanessa Redgrave. Don't worry, love, I'm all right. Now to make an entrance. Oh, God, did they ever? Yeah, so, yeah.
So those have been the toughest moments, you would say, in your career?
Oh, there's plenty. I mean, I don't know if you've got about 5 hours to spare in this tape, but I could go on forever. I really could.
Okay, so the next question.
Yeah.
Centre stage.
Yes.
What has been the moment that you feel in your career defines you as an artist?
Oh, artist. I know. Do you know what? I know it goes back to all those years ago, but I think that I say to anyone who's trying to get into the business and who kind of given it, which I did, I openly admit I did. And then it was only by chance I heard it on the radio to audition for Nancy, and then took the chance and thinking, oh, I won't do that well. And then to have that moment and then to be stood there on Drury Lane singing As Long As He Needs Me was a really kind of, oh, wow, how did this happen? And it genuinely, it really did change my life. And it's always something I'll look back and I'll be so proud and just honoured to have that moment that kind of went, oh, it was amazing. It was amazing.
And I think those kind of programs must accentuate it as well, because you see so many iconic people do those kind of roles, and then it's you singing
and
that.
then it's me. No,
and then it's you.
It's like all the roles you get to play. It is very daunting. It's like Abigail's Party with, Alison Steadman, and then you've got, Shirley Valentines and all these parts that have been played by these amazing women. So it's actually, although it's very daunting, it is a great kind of honour to be asked to do them, but you just want to do them justice at the end of the day. You really do.
Okay, so the next question, stagehand. What piece of advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career like yours?
I think don't lose hope is the first thing. Surround yourself with supportive people is the second thing. Always learn, or if you do go for auditions and you don't get it, ask for feedback. But there was a really good piece of advice my friend Dan gave me, who I just did Abigail's party with. And I get so nervous in auditions. Like if I really want something, I was there was this one part, a Channel 4 show that I was asked to come in and do, and I really wanted it. It was a great comedy. And all I had to do was a Birmingham accent. Now, I'm okay with accents. But I went into that audition. I literally travelled to Japan. I nipped over to Wales, and I'm sure I ended up in Scarborough, nowhere near Birmingham. And I think a friend of mine said, when you go in, don't see it as an audition. It is a treacherous business because we all get judged, but see it as a meeting. And he told me that just before I went for the audition, A Taste of Honey. And it was the first one I'd gone, oh, it's just a meeting. And I got the job. And I really, really wanted this job. So yeah, that was a very good piece of advice, but just stick with it. And I know the days when you kind of go, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to give up, just give it that one extra push, because it will be worth it, because no matter in kind of where you're doing it, whether you kind of go into backstage work or you are singing in some kind of capacity, you're still doing what impassions you. Don't crave for fame, because it's not all that. You don't even get a free Jo Malone candle nowadays, But just do it because you love it.
That's fantastic. Okay, and the final question.
Okay.
The next stage, what does the future hold?
I can't actually tell you. Isn't that
Jodie
awful?
Prenger.
I know. We're talking about, there's 2 projects in the offing, and maybe a bit of writing as well. So yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I know. All a bit different.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 projects that obviously I can't talk about, because when talks about it, nothing's signed, and the pictures of the posters definitely haven't been made yet. But yeah, so it's all exciting.
I think for us, we'd like to know, are we on for potentially 4 years in a row, maybe 2020 back in Norwich?
I'd love that. I don't get invited to places many back, but no, I don't get invited to places that, oh no, I'm giving up. Sorry, she's out. But you know what I mean, don't you?
We'd love to have you back.
Oh, thank you. I'll bring my cows with me. Yeah.
Well, they'd fit right in here.
They fit right in, taken to a vegan restaurant. I mean, Timbo's like a dog anyway. She loves a barm cake. She does love a barm cake.
Well,
cows love bread.
That's very northern.
Yeah. What do you call them here? I don't
know. Do we have?
Do you have baps? Barms?
Baps.
Oh, bottom loaves as well. Yeah, get your bread out for your cows. They love it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Jodie. How did you find those questions?
Do you know what? They were very, very good.
Good to hear. Okay, and if people haven't seen A Taste of Honey, what would you say to them?
It's a show that if you can get a chance to see it while it's here, do, because it's before we transfer to the West End, and it is a National Theatre production, and they just do things so kind of beautifully, and it's a shame to miss such a poignant story. And everyone's worked really hard at it, so you really get everyone's heart and soul in this production, which you don't often see.
Jodie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.